What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host that also really loves Dr. Pepper. I said cherry Coke in that other video because I was drinking cherry Coke when I said that. And cherry Coke is really good, but so is Dr. Pepper. Don't get me wrong, I ain't sleeping on Texas's official soft drink, okay? I also love ginger ale and root beer and orange vanilla Coke and regular Coke. Diet Dr. Pepper is actually pretty good. I don't like diet drinks either. This is kind of funny and unplanned, but today's subreddit is r/FatPeopleStories, and here I am talking about all the pop that I like. Alright, here we have a sequel to another story that we read on here. It's called Vega versus Future Ham Planet. Boys, miniskirts, and other unfortunate things. Here's the cast. There's me, Vega, 22, female at the time, 115 pounds, soaking wet, 5'4".
Future Ham Planet?
19, female at the time, or 19 at the time and female, 205 pounds, completely dry, 4'11".
Former friend.
19, female, sister of Future Ham Planet. Sam, approximately 19 male, maybe 180 pounds, 5'6". Not the cutest kid I've ever seen, but he is a very nice boy who hangs out with Future Ham Planet sometimes. Disclaimer, it has been years since this has happened. All memories are recorded as best my brain allows it. 4 days later. Future Ham Planet keeps to herself for the next few days, perhaps realizing that she should keep her distance after berating me with such uncomfortable questions. But a few days later, I return from work and Future Ham Planet pops out of her bedroom and stares at me. Oh god, here we go.
I cannot figure out how to get to class. How does it work? Like, do we walk? Or is there a bus or something?
I stare with my mouth slightly agape. We live in an apartment complex that is literally so close to campus that I can see it from our front porch. It is less than a 10-minute walk to get there, including the time it takes to wait at the stoplights. Straight shots, no turns. Moreover, we are at least 2 weeks into the semester at this point. I guess I waited too long to respond because Future Ham follows up with,
Teehee. Well, I haven't actually walked to get there myself. I get this boy who totally has a crush on me to pick me up and drive me to class.
Future Ham looks smug at her accomplishment.
He is so easy to manipulate. Teehee. He gets me food and everything whenever I want. But I don't know, he has something going on and cannot take me tomorrow.
She rolls her eyes at the mild inconvenience. Internally, I am like, what is that? This poor man. And more so, how could anyone have a crush on this girl? More similar thoughts. Well, Future Ham, the campus is right up the street. Just go out of the complex and go left. The campus is straight up First Street.
Oh, I mean, I see it, but it looks so far. I have issues with my hips and just cannot walk that far. It's just too long and way too hot.
Okay, not surprising that her ailments make it impossible to walk 10 minutes, but I will give it to her. It is bloody hot in the summertime. Well, there is a bus that stops just across the street from the entrance to the complex. Just wait there, or use Google Maps or something. The bus schedule is updated by the minute. Usually comes every 15 minutes.
I mean, that seems like such a pain in the butt. What if I miss it? I have no idea where you are talking about. And my mama yell at me if I'm late for class. She is such a rude woman. I never used Google before, so it sounds like I would mess it up. How about you just take me to class? My class is not too early, 8 a.m.
Hell no, you lazy. You are 19. Figure it out. Just kidding, I did not say that. I definitely thought it though. Well, I'm sorry. I have to be at work pretty early and just cannot swing that. I am happy to walk with you over to show you where the stop is tonight and help you figure out the schedule on your phone, but that is all I can really do.
Okay, thank you so much. Hopefully Sam can quit making excuses and get back to taking me to school after that.
I assist Future Ham with navigating the bus schedule. We make our way through an apparently very difficult 2-minute walk to the bus stop. By the time we got there, she was sweaty and plopped down on the bench, heaving. It was probably 100 degrees outside, but still, it was only 2 minutes. I explained the basic concept of how the bus works, about 5 different times in 5 different ways. We eventually make it back to the apartment, and Future Ham retreats to her room, I guess accidentally forgetting to thank me. About 3 weeks later. I have not seen Future Ham in person for about a month since our first few interactions. She sits in her room with her door closed when she is at the apartment during the week and disappears to her parents' house every weekend, returning Monday mornings for class. Now, mind you, we both go to a large US university known for its awesome party life. There are ample bars, a million ways to get a fake ID, tons of house parties each weekend, and university-sponsored cars and buses that will pick up drunk kids and deliver them to their doorsteps. From Thursday to Sunday morning, the town is about as fun as it gets. But Future Ham never goes to any of it. With her strange antisocial behavior, bedroom decorations fit for a 5-year-old girl, a wardrobe fit for a young girl of the same age, and a weird relationship with her mother, I am really starting to wonder if Future Ham is actually 19. Possibly she lied on her application? Maybe former friend is playing some extremely strange joke on me. Who knows? However, my suspicions are relieved 3 weeks later. It's Thursday evening at about 7 p.m. I am making dinner, contemplating how I will spend my Friday evening as a still fairly recently single woman. Future Ham has been doing God knows what in her bedroom for the past 2 hours. I am slightly disappointed she has not left for the weekend yet. I had been getting cozy with the idea of having the apartment to myself each weekend. But for the past 2 hours, Future Ham had made her presence extremely noticeable, despite being unseen. First, it was the long, loud phone call with an unknown party. Apparently, Future Ham was unhappy with some stupid bimbo who had apparently done something seriously terrible to Future Ham. Future Ham's tee-hee laugh evolved into some terrifying witch cackle when she was on the phone. Seriously, I thought the Wicked Witch of the West was about to come out of her room at any second after those laughs. Or she was performing some sacrificing ritual on small puppies. To this day, the thought of that laugh still haunts me. Then it was the extremely loud music blocking out the sounds of a concerningly short shower. Finally, it was banging around the room and bathroom for about 20 minutes. Future Ham finally emerges wearing some extremely out-of-date faux suede miniskirt and a turquoise sparkly tank top with her pancake titties barely contained. That's messed up. Despite the years that have passed, that image was burned into my brain. She is wearing black ballet flats, so I guess she had more than just t-shirts and leggings. Considering this outfit displayed the clothes-matching skills of a 3-year-old, she should probably have stuck with the leggings and t-shirts. Future Ham makes some pose. I turn away quickly to avoid having to look at this specimen any longer.
Guess what? I'm going out. Sam and some other people, we are going out. It's gonna be so fun.
She lists the bars she plans to attend.
All the boys are gonna be all over me.
Oh, that's great. Have fun. I turn back to my food, making a detailed mental note of the bars to avoid that evening. Thankfully, I am saved from hearing any more about this, as Future Ham suddenly gets a text that her ride is here and bolts out of the room. Sam is at the door when she opens it, so I get a quick glimpse of him before Future Ham grabs his hand and slams the door behind her. That poor boy, I thought. The next morning, I went about my evening. I cannot remember what happened as it was pretty uneventful. When I woke up and rolled over to look at my phone, I saw about 50 missed calls, voicemails, and texts from Future Ham's mother. Crap, what the hell happened? I listened to one of the voicemails, and it is Future Ham's mother frantically trying to figure out where her daughter was. Future Ham told her mother she would be coming to her parents' house the night before and never showed, never texted, never returned a call. I could tell she was panicked. Heck, I would have been too if my kid told me they would be somewhere and never showed up, leaving no trace. I called Future Ham's mom back and explained I would try to track her down. I told her Future Ham went out the night before with some friends, but kept the details sparse. I promised to call her back soon. Call ends. I get up and mosey over across the living room to Future Ham's room. I knock on the door. Nothing. I knock louder a few seconds later. Nothing. I decided to try and open the door to see if Future Ham was inside. Door's locked. Okay, that at least means she's in there. You cannot lock the door from the outside in this apartment. I call Future Ham's mom back and say I am 99% sure she is in her room sleeping still. I told her I would let her know if I learned any more and that I would have Future Ham call her when she woke up. About 30 minutes later, Future Ham gets up and walks to the kitchen to feast away the obviously terrible hangover she had. Future Ham spots me in the living room as she loads up a plate with frozen breakfast sandwiches. She jumps, making a poor attempt to conceal the heinous amount of frozen calories on the plate by sliding it out of my view. Future Ham collects herself.
Oh my god, last night was so fun. I made out with like 3 guys.
Future Ham goes into disgusting detail about the dances she did, the guys she ground on, and the men she kissed. I zoned out until I heard,
But oh my god, Sam tried to violate me in a horrible way.
I immediately became concerned and looked at her, asking if she was okay and if she needed anything.
So Sam and I were dancing and stuff. It was a little slutty, but not too slutty. I am a virgin, you know. I would never be a slut. I want to wait till marriage. And anyway, Sam leaned in and kissed me. It was so gross. He must have seen how all the other guys wanted me and decided to take his shot. It was like totally assault.
Future Ham, did he do anything else to hurt you? That is a big deal if he did.
I mean, no, but it was so gross. I think I want to report him to the school.
I explained to Future Ham that what happened was not violation in a terrible way. He only tried to kiss her once after she had been flirting with him for weeks in order to get free rides and food. Making a terrible violation accusation was a serious deal and could really ruin things for a guy if it was not true. I learned he apologized to her and even took her home after. I tried to explain that she probably should not flirt with the guy to get stuff because the guy might go in for a kiss if he thinks the girl likes him too. But I digress.
I know, I know I should not do it.
Lead on, Sam.
But it's just so convenient. But after this, no wait, Jose, he is out of my life.
I suddenly remember that Future Ham's mom needs to talk to her ASAP. Oh, by the way, your mom called me a few times. She was really worried you did not show up home last night. I would give her a call.
What the fuck? You called and told my mom I went out? She tells me I cannot drink and stuff. I swear to God if you got me in trouble.
Future Ham storms off to her room and slams the door, but not before giving me a nasty glare. I proceeded to get to listen to one end of a 2-hour screaming match between Future Ham and her mother. Granted, I did tell Future Ham's mom she went out, but that was the only detail I gave. Was I in the wrong? Who knows? Future Ham does not speak to me for about 2 weeks. She does not stop using Sam for rides and food and continues to lead him on. I learned this from former friend. Future Ham resumes returning home for the weekend, giving me some peace and quiet from her increasingly loud phone calls. First off, I gotta say, the Future Ham voice is terrible on my gag reflex. I almost threw up 4 times doing that. Ugh! Oh my goodness, I swear, Future Ham is not a very good person. Poor Sam. Sam the simp. I don't like the word simp because I funny ruined it for me. But Sam is very much a simp in this case. I'm not saying it's his fault, but he is being treated as a sucker idolizing mediocre poon. But yeah, she's very obviously manipulative and a liar and mean. Alright, this story's called My Bully Got Fat and I Feel Like I Won Something. A bit of the backstory for context. I started dating my first boyfriend when I was 15 and he was 17. Through him, I got to know this then 23-year-old self-proclaimed artist who somehow was a big deal because she made a Facebook page for her art, which exclusively consisted of pictures of herself. She was short and very skinny. Some pictures were taken at forests or in parks, while others were just selfies. She photoshopped most pictures to look a lot younger, sometimes almost like a child while posing in very revealing clothes like lace and leather underwear and fishnet tights, or she would just hold books and other objects in front of her to cover her naked body. According to her, this was very deep and meaningful art. My boyfriend at the time and some of his friends were crushing on her and often talked about how perfect she was and some typical teenage boy stuff I don't want to repeat in front of their girlfriends. One day, I got the courage to confront my boyfriend about her and asked him how serious his crush on her was. He told me I shouldn't worry about her since he would never have a chance with such a beautiful woman anyway, and that he likes me because I'm fun and loyal. It got to a point where I was obsessed with her and tried to be more like her. She called me manly and unladylike. I called her a kid diddler. We hated each other. It was war. Yada yada. When I broke up with him, she texted me that she had slept with him and that I should be careful who I deal with. To wrap things up, this happened 2 more times. I fell in love with someone. It didn't work out. She had sex with him just after that to show me that she could have had him all the time. For some reason, that really hurt and it broke me. 8 years later, I moved to a bigger city. I'm in my first healthy and adult relationship, happier than ever. That woman is just a bad memory to me and I rarely think about her. Then I suddenly see her at a pub in my city. She gained weight. Her beautiful doll-like face was surrounded by a layer of fat, and she had a double chin that got worse when she talked. She was wearing one of those stretchy harem pants and her belly was hanging out of her shirt when she moved her arms too much. She was drunk, loud, and embarrassing, especially for her age. She seemed desperate for attention to me. In that short time my friends and I stayed there, I saw her make out with 2 older men and dance all alone in the middle of that narrow pub. Her phone fell out of wherever she was keeping it and didn't notice. I wanted to give it back to her, but I was frozen. I felt fear. I was shaky and I could feel my face getting red the whole time. I don't know why I was and still am so afraid of that woman. She is pathetic and now fat. So take that. Haha! We had to leave and I couldn't find an excuse to stay longer, but there is one highlight from that evening that will forever stay in my heart. I've heard her drunkenly yell at a guy that her dreadlocks means that she enjoys, butt stuff, and he looked at her like he just bit into an onion. This was in November 2019. We didn't break social distancing. I just never got to talk about this to anyone outside of the girls in my old friend group who were also tormented by her. I never knew if this was worth posting or where to post it until I met her again and had some time to process all of this. Yeah, it probably was pretty satisfying to see someone who was so vain and just a judgmental jerk before fall so far. However, even though she was a bad person, it's obvious that she's got some sort of issues. I think it actually might be good for you to try and reach out to her and talk to her, try to get to know her a little bit, and try to move past all this stuff in the past and, see what's up. Obviously, I don't know the full story, and I'm just getting all this from a Reddit post, but honestly, just because someone's a bully to you doesn't necessarily mean they're your enemy. Could have been lots of reasons for why she did what she did, and she's just not mature enough to handle these issues, so she obviously needs some help. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.